Welcome back to the Personal Injury Law Show, viewers. Before the break, we were talking to Wayne Crockford, a former client of mine. Wayne, when you got to the hospital, you realised that you needed surgery on your hip. What did they do to you?
I actually waited probably 5 or 6 hours for the surgeon to turn up. I had surgery, I think about 8 or 9 o'clock that night. I spent a week in the hospital recovering, and I was let out a week after the operation.
A screw was inserted in your hip?
I had screw, hydraulic screw, I don't know the name of them, but there was a little bit.
Well, Wayne, can I just say this? People out there think that you have this operation, you get the screws put in, and you're good as gold. That's not the case, is it?
No, it's not. No, rehab's a long road.
Yeah. What have you done? What have you had to have done to yourself?
I had a lot of visits to the physio, hydrotherapy, doctor.
A lot of medication.
Medication.
Protein Fort, Pramin, Panamax, Oxynorm, Cetralin. You've had a whole host of medications, haven't you? You've had a cocktail of drugs.
You also needed psychological help, didn't you?
Yes, I've actually gone to see Rod Jordan a fair bit, who's been actually terrific, and the doctor herself, Nicole Allard.
Wayne and John, it's fair to say that your life was devastated, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, when you go from being active to doing not much, it's a shock to the system.
You couldn't walk at all at one stage. You
needed
needed crutches?
Yeah, crutches. From crutches went to walking stick.
And that went for months on end, didn't it?
Yeah. And then I had a discussion with the surgeon, and he said to me, there doesn't look like there's going to need to be any replacement hip. So we removed all the metal, and it's been a slow road.
Wayne, is it fair to say that your time in the trucking game and industry is at an end?
99.9% sure.
And
yes.
it's fair to say that your heavy industry is gone as well?
Yes.
Yeah, you won't be able to do any heavy physical labouring type work ever again, will you?
No.
You finally consulted lawyers, Wayne,
Yes.
and they gave you advice, obviously.
And
They
yourself.
told you what your rights were?
Yes.
He actually saw yourself in jail, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah. And we took you through a process. What was the process, John?
Tony, the process is Wayne was advised as to his entitlements in regards to a serious injury application and common law damages claim. An affidavit was prepared. Briefly, Tony, an affidavit was prepared. A statement of claim was prepared, alleging the particulars of negligence against each defendant. Medical reports, clinical records, they're all obtained from the various treaters, medico-legal expert opinions. Then the process is the application is lodged with the Victorian Work Cover Authority and a copy on all the defendants.
Well, John, that happened, and the application was served on all the defendants, and this matter resolved not long ago for a substantial payout. Wayne, are you happy with the result?
Definitely. I don't think there's not a price on what you've lost previously, and I don't think there's a price on what you're not able to do in the future. But the payout we got, yes, I'm very happy with.
Is it fair to say that after you've settled your claim, there's a bit of a relief because you didn't think there was an end in sight?
I was getting that way quite a few times. I didn't think there was light at the end of the tunnel. But I think, thanks to the surgeon, Dr. Pianta, we have a big light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And so now you've had to modify your life, obviously, and look at alternative things.
Yeah,
John, Wayne's got alternatives there, hasn't he? He's got options.
Under the provisions of the Accident Compensation Act, Wayne always has entitlement to reasonable medical and like expenses. Now, those medical and like expenses include vocational return to work, retraining options,
and rehabilitation.
Now, something that Wayne thinks he would be able to do, he should see his general practitioner, have a talk with the options with the GP, and then seek approval for the funding from the authorised agent.
Wayne, just on those issues there, you've already done some of that, haven't you? In cooperation with the lawyers, the doctors, the Work Cover Authority claims agents?
Yes,
You've done some courses, I presume?
I have done a basic computer course,
You probably know more than I do, mate,
first,
but
I wouldn't say that, first aid course, which was all through
Work Cover?
Work Cover, and which sort of helps for future employment.
So let's be realistic. You would be looking at doing something in the future, wouldn't you, Wayne? Albeit it doesn't sound like you'll be going back to full-time work.
Probably not, no, but I've never been one to sort of sit down and not do anything. So I've got to get back into it.
Look, you were pretty devastated when I saw you, and now you look a lot more relaxed, albeit you've lost a lot of weight too, Wayne, so...
I've never been a big person, but yes, I have lost a little bit of weight.
And is that because you've had to modify your life?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Now,
it's
Tony,
the way it is.
this matter did not proceed to court.
No, look, it settled reasonably quickly.
I understand with negotiations that you and Jade Berman held with Victorian Work Cover Authority, you were able to extract a substantial settlement.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Wayne had significant injuries, and we managed to convince the Work Cover Authority and the lawyers that he was going to get a serious injury certificate from the court. We got him one for pain and suffering and loss of income, and what it meant was that we could sit down and have reasonable discussions with him. He was a high earner, so it made the job a lot easier.
So the settlement was for pain and suffering and for economic
and loss of income, that's correct.
for the past and the future.
Yes.
Now, this doesn't occur often, does it?
It's harder because these days I think people that are on small incomes are disadvantaged because the 40% test. I mean, this is too hard to do it now. It probably need another episode, but
I guess having an experienced work cover litigator involved, such as yourself, really makes a difference, doesn't it?
I think it was a team effort. We had Wayne had to cooperate with me, which he did. He had to cooperate with doctors and the work cover people. He cooperated with myself and Jade, and a team effort. We got there, and it's not doom and gloom, is it, Wayne?
No, it's not the end of the world. It's thanks to yourselves and, as I said, the doctors and the surgeon, life's looking pretty good.
But at the same time, I guess, in the end, whatever settlement we can get for Wayne, he still has his ongoing problems, which will never go away.
No, he's got to modify his life forever. He's not the same person anymore. But at least you've got some security financially, and you can move on with your life, Wayne. Look, I want to thank you for coming on board. I really appreciate it. It's good to hear someone's life's experiences and personal experiences when they're injured. But viewers,
Appreciate you having me.
thanks again. Viewers, don't go away. We'll be back with the mailbag after the sponsors break. Thank you. Stay tuned.